Yeah, the donor bike. Glad I got that donor bike. I have pulled off quite a few parts on there to fix this other one. And I've ordered some parts to fix this other one. This other one's worth restoring, but it's taking an awful lot of time. I should just make a regular blog like everybody else does. Every week that I do a little bit on it, just show what I did, the progress of it. I keep trying to make the video separate, you know, like doing just this or just that. Well, when you got to order parts and wait, you've already worked on something else and you didn't video it. So let me play catch up of where we're at. And maybe I'll still make a short video and try to explain to you exactly how I did it to where you have a full understanding. But here's where we're at. I chopped off the bottom down here where the tag used to be. Let me see if I can find it. This here. I cut all that off. And then I had to order this up here, this light here, and I made the rest of it. And I just welded it on this little bracket here where your bags go over it. This protects the bags from getting into the wheel. And it's on there pretty solid. I've ordered these. These will have emitting light flashing to the side like the old Thunderbirds did. LEDs. But the relay for those LEDs is a mechanical type. This one right here. And I had to order a digital type, electronic type, and it hadn't come in yet. But I'm just out here in the shop messing around. Let me kind of show you my shop. I've got tools over there, and I've got tools over here. I got a little seat there I sit in. I got my jack here working, finally. And what else have I done? Oh, the seat. And the seat pan. I made this seat pan out of this material out here. This old piece of leftover here. And scrape that back. As you can see, this is the shape of it here. And I had to do a little hammer in here, a little dolligan, and get it like I want it. And then sand it down, paint it, drill it, put the seat to it, put the springs to it, and turned out pretty good. So I kind of made a little overlip here, kind of wrap around that pipe. I really wished if I'd known what was going on. Now I may take it off and try to fix it. And tack weld a piece of metal here to add onto this and go underneath this side panel here. Because see, all that's open. But if I just came on down and went under there, it would have done fine. But anyhow, to get it off, you got one screw here. One screw, and it slides up under here. Just like the factory does, the factory seats do. So you unscrew that, and you slide this whole thing out, and it all comes off together. The red and the seat, all that comes together. Now I've got a little buddy seat that's going to come here. It's going to match this. It's going right here. What else? I'm going to be doing some airbrushing. And I think I'm going with the dragon's theme. And I'm going to put a dragon tail right here. Right there. And it's going to go up under that buddy seat. And this is going to look like dragon skin. Yeah, buddy. That's dragon skin. But, and I made a video on this where I can keep up with the gauges and everything here. What else? Oh, yeah, I'm working on the horn now. Let me show you what I've got to deal with on the horn. Get set up here. Alright, I've got to Get something here to knock the chill off, or give it a chill. Okay, we're in here kind of tight. I hope you can. Yeah. Before I do the horns, I added my little tool bag down there. And I used clamps here, hose clamps, big old hose clamps, and a big old heavy wire here, piece of metal actually. It goes under there to hold it. And I mean, it's on there pretty good. And I got a collection of tools I'm putting in there. Where we at? Better make sure it still cranks, huh? It's up kind of high. It may vibrate off of there, huh? It feel like. Okay, I need to get started on this horn. Several things on this bike had been kind of incomplete. They probably enjoyed riding it so much they just wanted to throw it together and get back out on the road. And I understand them feelings. But sometimes you got to stop and give it a little bit of tender loving care. But I want you to look at this here. Watch when I pull this here off. I didn't put these horns on here, somebody else did. Watch, this is the wire going to the secondary horn and hooking this one in. Look at that. Can you believe that? It's just twisted on there. The other one's like that too at the bottom. And this side, they're all twisted on there just like that. So my plans is I'm going to put spades. I'm going to crimp these spades on there. I'm going to get them all crimped and ready, and then the last one, I'll show you how I crimp it. Okay? So let me get a little further along the line. And, well, that's something like I would have done when I was a kid. Yeah. But I got to cut all that off. And I'm going to spade these together. There's a bottom one down here too. There's two horns there. I'm going to spade them together with connectors. And then I'm going to take this wire here and cut it and spade it here to make my connection. I'm glad they left that extra wire. They just had it all mangled up down here and put some tape around it. I'm not even sure. I hope the horns work. But if they don't, I got the wire ready. So let me get all spaded and readied up here. Might put my connectors on there. And then like I said, the last one, I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to try to do this on camera. It may not be easy. There's a little wire and little clamps and tight area and camera stuck in my way. But anyhow, I've got one side done. See, I got it spaded up here where it goes into one connector. It's connected here with a spade. I've heat shrinked that heat shrink stuff on there. And it's on there pretty good. I had to do a little squishing on this one because it was loose. The spade was flopping in there. But anyhow, it's tight now. But now I'm doing the back side. Let me turn this down. Okay, so I got to skim the wire. Okay, let's get that out of the way. I'm just skinning like a 1/4 inch here. Might as well do both sides. Now these two sides are going to go the horn first. But then we'll come back and make the joining part for going in for power. Okay. Now these are spades, well, the clamps we're going to be using. This ain't the spade, I don't know what they call it, but I got to first squeeze it a little bit right there on the end. See how it pokes out? So I'm going to squeeze that just a little bit. Not closing it up, just kind of squeezing it a little bit. About like that. Now on the crimp tool, I use the middle one. Actually, I got it marked because 90% of the time, this is what I'm going to be using. This size and diameter. And as you can see, I got it marked right there in the middle. So these are designed to squeeze two different sizes, the two sizes that's on here. You got this one here that goes around the wire. Let me turn this down again. I think that radio messes with me. That's probably why that guy traded it to me, because it keeps, the audio will keep creeping up. But anyhow, you see there's two different sizes here. That's for the wire. This is for the insulation. And it needs to fit in there about like that. And then you got to put all this in the tool. And then crimp it. And now let the wire fall out. All in a magical moment. So what I do, and I cannot crimp this halfway where it holds, because it's already headed to crimping. So I gotta now angle it up like that to the top. Go ahead and squeeze just a little bit to kind of get a hold on it. And then take the wire and you got to hold it to the bottom. Make sure it stays in there. You got to muscle up on it, so get ready to grip. And pull it down to the bottom. And then squeeze. And it's on there. Okay, now, okay. So I'm going to do it again. I'm doing the whole thing again. I'm crimping this just a little bit, squeezing that just a little bit right there. I'm going to stick it back up in here, angled up just like that. Get it kind of headed in the right direction. Get the wire, push it back in there. Maybe I need to push it a little further and crimp it good. Okay, now I'm going to tug on it. I thought I tugged on the other one, but you can see the wire sticking out right there. I think these are the ones. No, it's too big. That's too big. What did I use earlier? Well, it did good earlier. Okay, that'll fit. Okay, I'm going to cut it. But I did use the black ones. I don't know why it worked out good on this other one. This other one looks fine. That's when it really made me feel like, hey, this is worth videoing. When you get that video moment, now we're going to slide this on there. Now I could slide it on this way. Try to force it up on the end. Work with it a little bit. Work with it. Work with it. Work with it. Okay, now it's on the end. It's a little tighter. Now that's Probably been better if I'd used the heat gun, but I don't have a heat gun out here with me. I think I held it one spot too long too. Okay, that one's done. But I'm going to go and do the other one. I'm going to squash this just a little bit here. Get the crimping tool, turn that upwards just like that, get it in place. Okay, we're looking good. Now when I slide this in, I got to pull it to the bottom. Sound like I'm stuck in the 60s, don't it? Okay, you got to make sure you can see it go all the way through. When it goes through like that, hold it to the bottom and squish. Tug on it, it's on there. Now this is the other one. It is just enough room that will slide over that, which is what I wanted to do anyhow. Right down to there. Leave just a little bit showing. And then just flash the heat on it. Don't hold it in one spot. Okay. Now, these can slide on there, and then we got to cut the wire and put that together where we can plug it in up here. But I got to get plugged in here. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and plug both of them in. Okay, they're plugged in. Now I got to cut this wire for it to be plugged in up here. And we're going to do it right there. Now I got to strip that wire just a little bit, 1/4 inch. See there? Now this other one, that's going to be fun. I guess I'll take it back off. Yeah, I'm going to have to take it. It's locked on there pretty good. I guess I better leave it. Let me see if I can.
By kind permission of Her Majesty the Queen, ladies and gentlemen, traffic!
That's barely enough, but I think it is enough. Okay, now this has got to have the spade. I think the other one's called the barrel. I'm not sure. But anyhow, how it goes is I've got to squish this just a little bit here. This is for reaching way in there and grabbing stuff. Or passing a joint way around the room. But anyhow, I'm going to squeeze this just a little bit. There we go. I got to go ahead and slide this one on, the shrink stuff. Okay, now, this is a little bit harder to deal with here. Get that out of the way. Get this up here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a piece of tape and tape these wires where they won't keep scooting around. Go down as far as I can. Okay. Put the shrink stuff on there, on both wires. Oh gosh. This tight spot here. You know what? I'm going to use the red stuff here in a minute and do it the same way. Okay, I gotta squish the end of it here just a little bit. This is really gonna be difficult to get to. Get it lined up here. Make sure it stays kind of, keeps trying to twist. There. When you feel it slide, both sides sliding, then you're ready. Now, I don't know if I'm going to pull this off or not, because that's two wires that's got to go into one connector. And I've got everything mounted on the bike, which makes it difficult. And I'm sharing my space here with a camera. And I'm listening to traffic, which is a good song. I may end up having to do this off camera because I just can't. I hope this got it. I'm just guessing. Jeez. Looks like I got it. Halfway. No, that one ain't caught good. I'll tell you what I could do. I could come back and just drop a little bit of solder on there. And I think I'm going to do that. Because everything else is ready. This is the last connection. And I cannot leave it like that. Because it didn't catch both wires. The other one it did. And it did fine. But being in a hard position, what I'm going to do is solder that just a little bit. And then put the shrink wrap on it. Okay, there's one more thing here I'm going to be doing on this bike. Is I'm going to be making my own floorboard out of metal. And I may have to do a little adjusting for the shifter maybe, and for the brake on the other side. But I don't think I will. And I may glue some rubber inside. This is going to be made out of metal. I've already got the metal picked out. It's kind of heavy metal. Heavy metal, yes. Heavy metal. But I got to solder that first. Yeah. This is the metal right here I got picked out. It's already drawn out. I just got to cut it out with the angle grinder. And then I got to weld some stuff on it and mount one on each side. Yeah. But the bike is really coming along good if all the rest of the parts would get on in here. And it's really sounding good. I mean, I just can't get over that. I don't want to rev it up. It might vibrate off that stand. Because I don't have any tie downs on there. It's just sitting up there. And it does plenty of vibrating. We got tag moving. Yeah, airbrush time. Got to break out the airbrush. Got to do a dragon tail back here. I don't know if a dragon would be considered a dinosaur or not. I'm going to put the claws coming out here, just enough for the 3 or 4 claws on each side. Once I get the other gas tank, I'm going to paint it red, and then I'm going to put the eye here and some scales, like the side of him. Yes. And then on the front, here, I'm going to put the dragon head up here, like turned to one side, shooting out flames, and down here the flames are going to arch back, roll back around. And I'm going to put a little red around the sides to where it blends in with the bike. And of all things, this red right here, this is factory paint. That's factory paint. This is factory clears coming off. This is all factory paint. This bike was taken care of. It was up under the shed. But this pan right here, this seat pan that I made, I painted it with this. And to me it looks like it blended in perfect. How better of a match can you have, man? Look at that. I guess that's it for this block. Now when I get everything done, the relay for the flashers, turn signals come in, I'll hook it up. I'll give a little video on that. The buddy seat get in here, I'll add that to that one. Now the airbrushing, I'm going to make it all separate on its own. And because there's going to be a lot of detail there. And I want to walk through it. I want to make a good documentary for myself and also to share. I used to airbrush for a living, and this feels pretty good. I mean, it's been 27, 30 years since I've airbrushed. And we're going to see how it turns out. Talk to you later. Bye.
Viewing the video, or giving us a like, or subscribing makes us want to bring on a little more entertainment. Don't you agree?